Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Starcraft 2 replay cast. Today it's a 1v1 on Prion Terraces between our red Protoss player herO, and down at the bottom we have our blue Protoss player sOs. And we're going to speed this up to the 8x mark, the 2-minute point of the game, when everything starts to get pretty good. And looks like we have a fast expansion from sOs, and not so much from our opponent herO. Instead coming down with a probe to see what's going on there. And only one place to spawn on the map. So they both know where each other is, but I'm going to go scout regardless. Gotta see what they're up to. And 2 Stalkers coming out for herO. No quick Adept, which is somewhat unusual. You usually see a very fast Adept. Has usually been the meta lately. And looks like some proxy pylons are going to be coming up here for herO, right in front of sOs's base. And that is a blatant proxy pylon. And apparently talking is hard today. Adept kills the probe, not going after the pylons. And that's going to be quite a while, but does transfer ahead a little bit. And that mothership core will spot that Adept. Mothership core coming down. And gonna overcharge these pylons here once he gets near. And is he going to be able to do any damage with this or not? Only needs 7 more energy to overcharge again. And did get rid of one of those pylons though. But it looks like a probe's just going to come along and remake that. Not too big of a deal. Mothership core in the base now. Looks like it took out 1 probe, and here comes a few Stalkers. And now going to be aiming for these units, but an overcharge takes out one of those Stalkers, and they're going to have to back off temporarily. You know, trying to get that Mothership core down, but not really happening. So this rush, I don't think this rush is really going to happen. Going to take out that pylon a couple times, but I think that's about it. Overcharged another pylon, but now it's a little bit out of range of those gateways. So I think this push is over and done soon here. And now the Stalkers are going to be running away, I suspect. sOs has successfully warded that rush there. And because of that, will now reap the rewards of his early expansion, as herO's is just now coming up. So he'll be able to double produce probes over here and here. And that mothership core is still chilling over there. And should be able to get some scouting information shortly. And a pylon for sOs has been placed in the base there, but spotted, and nothing really came from that. Robo Bay in the back there of herO. And sOs so far playing a pretty standard robotics facility coming up. And Blink being researched as well. An observer here flying around, seeing everything that's going on in sOs's base. And an Oracle now moving on out. Hallucinated Oracle, that is. And this observer definitely sees everything that's going on, and he should be able to counter this, but unfortunately he just doesn't have the resources right now, and he's really gonna have to fast build probes on this expansion here to catch up. And the income is much more, nearly 400 more a minute for sOs, as he did get that expansion up earlier. And herO really didn't do any kind of economic damage or any kind of damage that would really stunt sOs. Just took out the pylon a couple times there. I think he took out 1 probe, maybe a couple probes tops. It looks like a Disruptor coming out for herO, and also Prophetic Drive. And here comes that Warp Prism now. But there is an Observer there from sOs who's going to spot this and going to be able to prepare himself. And there goes, drops that Disruptor, but unfortunately 2 overcharged pylons ends that push pretty quickly. And that hallucinated Phoenix there was taken out by those Stalkers. And a nice blink just before that Nova goes off. Very nice micro there from those 4 Stalkers. And it was right at the point it was about to go off. And I thought I was going to hit all 4 of those Stalkers and do pretty major damage to him. Observer right in the front of herO's base. And I'm moving on back for safety. 3 Disruptors out for herO. None for sOs, just as an Immortal. 14 Stalkers, many more Stalkers though. And an additional Sentry as well. So if these Disruptors here don't take out any of these Stalkers, then he's going to be at a big disadvantage from 8 to 14. And in production now, a Dark Shrine for sOs is on the way. And the Mothership Core will fall. It's a little too close to the battle. And I think the Nova got maybe 1 of those, so still not very efficient with these Novas. And that one was pretty good. I think it got 2 Sentries there, and that's pretty nice. As they were trying to build up energy for all those force fields and shielding. And now there's an Immortal here for herO to help take out these Stalkers. But sOs has his own Immortal. And units right now, 3 Adepts for herO, 9 Stalkers, and those 3 Disruptors to pretty much 17 Stalkers. And both sides just sort of testing the waters right now. Many more Stalkers on sOs side. So again, these Disruptors have to be pretty efficient in taking out those Stalkers, but loses 1 right off the bat there. Doesn't even get the Nova at all. Couple Adepts in the army as well. And Stalkers still overwhelming herO. Now just only 3 more now, but a couple Dark Templars are out on the field. And they are ravaging the base of herO at the moment. Where are those Observers? One of those Novas takes out that Dark Templar, but another Dark Templar up here being dropped off. And now trying to run over to the other side of the base there to hide a little bit. And hopefully the Observer doesn't spot him. We can just come back later when all the action occurs and herO is distracted and get himself some probe kills. Has 2 already. Now the income is relatively even. Still a little bit less for herO after all this time. And upgrades coming for sOs. None yet at all for herO. Just now building the Forge. So that rush has definitely put herO behind quite a bit. And the horde of Stalkers is now coming and trying to take out this Robo facility. And we'll be able to do just that. And prevents the Immortal from coming out and overcharge a pylon there. But didn't really do all that much. Just too many Stalkers there. Now the expansion coming up there. And same thing for sOs. And herO has an Adept up here that is going to die. But he did get a probe kill. And transferred away. Now going to try and get one of these Disruptors, but not really going to happen. And going to get blasted by all those Immortals. Another Dark Templar up to 6 kills. So got 4 more kills in the time that we had left that Dark Templar up there. So he's definitely doing work and just running off and then running back. herO just now working on ground weapons level 1, but sOs already has that. So the time to engage would be now, or at least to have a nice skirmish and take out some of herO's units here. As he has a slight advantage, of course, with that +1. He takes out several stalkers there with one of those Novas. Warp Prism sporting 4 adepts. And looks like that Dark Templar finally taken out up there. Not sure what that final kill count tally was, but was fairly efficient, at least in disrupting herO's play for a little bit. And now all the probes Maynarding up to the top. And so herO choosing the regular minerals, whereas sOs choosing the gold minerals as his next expansion. Still much more income for sOs right now. Nearly 300 or 400 more at times. And the Stalker group blinks there. Was about to take a huge Nova. It got into the center of the whole group. Now level 2 weapons in production for sOs. Both of them now at 1, so no advantage there. And now herO upgrading level 1 or level 2 as well, but slightly behind there. And a big group of Novas there takes out several Stalkers again. And Nova's sending back and forth another Disruptor lost. So sOs actually proving to be much better at the Disruptors, avoiding and attacking with them both. Blink was just now completed for herO, which is a very, very late blink. Looks like some defensive Stalkers moving up to the top there. And going to try and see if there's an expansion up here. Probably already knows that there is an expansion up there, but he's going to check that out. sOs' vision, he does know that there's an expansion up there. And now ravaging that. And meanwhile, some of the force going up top to defend. Some of them staying down here. The bulk Immortals. And Disruptors going up all over the place now. And looks like it was really nice there for sOs. And a couple really nice Novas there from herO in the center of the group. And Stalker parts all over the place. Looks like the expansion up here is going to get harassed once again. And a ton of Disruptors, so many Disruptors are moving up to the top here. Ground level 3 for sOs is on the way. Just upgrading much, much faster. And right now herO has a big disadvantage right now. There's many Immortals up here, and so if he really, truly engages up here, he's going to lose a lot very quickly to the superior Disruptor numbers, superior Stalker numbers as well. And of course those Immortals. And he did not notice that and lost several Stalkers. And another successful Nova from sOs. And now sOs piling on this expansion here. And, oh, big Nova. Takes out the majority of herO's Disruptors there. It's hard to even keep track of these Disruptors as they're just going all over the place. And herO is definitely on the back burner here and trying to defend. There's a gigantic army from sOs and tons of Disruptors. And herO has just failed so far to dodge successfully these Disruptors. Takes out some Zealot or some Adepts there. And now in the base. And GG's out. herO GG's out to sOs as he just got in the base there and was producing tons of zealots in the base, taking out some buildings up there. And it just failed to dodge those Novas as well as sOs did. And that very, very late blink caused him to lose tons of those Stalkers as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed the replay, and I'll see you guys next time.